Welcome to the podcast where you eavesdrop into conversations between my friends and I on a weekly basis. My name is Lily Jo. I'm a singer, songwriter, and I perform shows all over the world. I'm a qualified counsellor and an emotional wellbeing coach. You can also check out my award-winning online mental health resource, The Lily Jo Project. I know you will find gems of wisdom within the conversations that I have with my friends. Hopefully you will find tools and resources that you can hold on to, try and test for yourself, all around the important subject of mental health and personal development. I am so pleased to welcome you to today's episode of Eavesdrop. Welcome to today's episode of Eavesdrop. I am joined today by my lovely friend, Gemma Tuson. And Gemma has been a long-standing friend of mine. We had our first children together. We've done life together. We are, I would say, besties. And Gemma's always been one of those people who is constantly stepping out into new things. And Gemma used to run a magazine called Jam Magazine, which I actually modelled for. Do you remember that, Gemma? Back in the day. And she's always developing new things and resources. She's one of the most creative people I know. And we're going to talk today about all kinds of things self-esteem related. So, welcome to Eavesdrop, Gemma.
Oh, thank you. Hi, that was such a great introduction.
Well, there you go. You are one very special friend of mine. And although we don't get to see each other very much these days because we're all very busy, it's fantastic that we could get together today. And I just wanted to ask you what you do on a day-to-day basis.
Okay, so at the moment I am currently setting up a charity, and we are all about resourcing youth work. We actually go into schools ourselves, so we're on the ground doing youth work. We're not just talking about it. So I go into a school 2 days a week, and I'm doing back-to-back mentoring, which is one-on-one mentoring with young people. We take them out for a whole lesson and just chat through all the stuff that might be bothering them, all this, like, see how they need the support, because obviously school has a lot of young people to look after and they can't give them that full-on attention. So we're there to help the school and sort of relieve them from the pressure of having to give one-on-one support. So yeah, it's great, love it. Got quite a lot of students at the moment. It's quite diverse with the sort of support that they need, but it's great. We can signpost them in different ways to different people who can help them better if that's needed.
Amazing. And what's your very favourite pastime?
Well, I'm a very creative person.
Yeah.
I love being creative. At the moment, I'm doing a lot of crochet. I got taught about 18 months ago, and so that's my favourite thing. But I will do everything and anything that is creative. Love to paint, love to draw, love to sew. So yeah.
Oh, Gemma makes the most incredible Christmas stockings. She's made Christmas stockings with my kids' names on that we bring out every year.
Yeah, well, that's it, because I made so many stockings for all my friends' kids, so it's just great at Christmas. I see all the stockings hanging up on the mantelpieces and everything. It's great.
Your work on display is brilliant. So, Gem, what does self-esteem mean to you? Big question, isn't it?
I think it's about having confidence within yourself, to not necessarily believe that you can do everything, but just to sort of accept that there's stuff that you maybe can't do, but also celebrate the stuff that you can do.
I love that.
To not put pressure on yourself, but just to know that it's okay just being who you are, and knowing who you are, and those things that you are good at and not good at.
Yeah.
But being okay with those things.
Yeah, sure. I think as well, I like to look at self-esteem as, sometimes over Christmas you might put on some weight, and then in spring you might lose weight, and your weight goes up and down throughout the year, and there's seasons for that. And I think self-esteem's a bit like that. Sometimes your self-esteem can be really high. You can feel really good about yourself. You'd be like 9 out of 10, 10 out of 10. And sometimes it can be really low, like 2 or 3 out of 10. So it is a little bit like weight gain. And I think it's good to check in with yourself and be like, where am I actually at today? What is my self-esteem? How do I feel about myself now? then today.
Definitely. And I think that there's ways of, if you feel like it's not great, then self-care is really important. I feel like there's stuff that you can do to boost it up a little bit, another notch and another notch.
Yeah. So, what do you do for your own self-care? Like, what are the things that help you?
So like I said, I love to just sit and do some creative stuff because I think that that's good for my mental health. But that also, you know, to see something that I've created boosts my self-esteem a little bit.
Yeah.
I love to take a bath. I love to be able to go to the gym, listen to some podcasts or read, all that sort of stuff. I think it's just really important to factor those things into your day or week.
Yeah, totally. I think I like the idea of, like, I'm trying to live my life a bit more like having a bit of a holiday every day.
Yeah.
So rather than like work really hard, then have 2 weeks off where you get ill because your body's burnt out. It's like, can you live your life in a way that you give yourself maybe an hour a day? I'm so not there with this, by the way. This is a working journey, but like, you give yourself that little window of holiday time every day where you do something nice for you that you enjoy.
I love that.
I know, it'd be really cool to be that person that could do that. That's one for me to work towards, and you. Body positivity. We had a conversation about this a while ago in my garden.
Yeah.
What does that mean? Can you talk to the listeners about that?
Okay, so to me, body positive is not only accepting the flaws that you have and all the things that you don't like about yourself, but also loving them. So body positive tells you that, okay, you've got some cellulite or you've got a bit of fat in places that you don't want it there, and that body positive asks you to embrace it and to love it and to say, oh, it's okay because I love these lumps and bumps. You know, I love that I've got a scar here, or I love that I've got, you know, spots on my face or whatever. You know, like that's what I feel body positive is. And sometimes I feel like body positive is a little bit hard to achieve. It kind of puts a little bit of guilt on you if you're feeling bad about those things. Like if you wake up and you think, oh, I've put on a few extra pounds because I enjoyed myself this weekend because, you know, we were celebrating something, and you wake up on the Monday morning and you think, oh, I'm feeling a little bit like I'm carrying a bit of extra weight, and then you feel guilty because you've celebrated, or you feel guilty because you feel a little bit bigger than normal or whatever. And for me, I've always felt like body positive is a little bit hard to achieve because you can't love all those things all the time, especially when you're due on or, you know, you're having just a bit of a bad day and you don't feel as good. So that's body positive.
Okay.
So
I'd never actually heard of that before, you know.
Okay.
It's totally slipped the net in my like learning.
So what did you think body positive was?
I'd never heard of it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Sorry, I know maybe I'm just like really behind the time. So body positive, it's a movement, is it? It's something that people believe about themselves. So every flaw, every inch of potential negative aspects of yourself, you're supposed to love that and be positive and celebrate that. Okay, cool.
Which is great. And there's a lot of people on social media bearing all and saying how much they love their, you know, extra bits of, you know, the bit of lumps and bumps here and there, and I love that, and I think that's brilliant. But I just personally, for me, found that a little bit too hard to achieve because I can't have that mindset of I love all my things that I'm not that sure about. So anyway, I kind of on my own adopted a different way of looking at it, where I've later learned is called body neutral. So body neutral allows you to not particularly love all those parts about you, but it also gives you the permission to not even bother about those bits. So for example, I guess when I was trying to achieve body positive and I went on holiday, I'd be scared to bear all because I didn't want to walk around the pool to go to the toilet or to go and get a drink exposing my thighs, because I felt like I was supposed to strut around the pool embracing my jiggle, you know. And I felt guilty about that. I felt that I wasn't achieving what I should be, so therefore I would cover up.
Okay, so you weren't measuring up to the body positive terms and conditions.
Yes.
So then you felt bad.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. But when I decided to adopt a I don't care sort of stance, which was 2 years ago.
So that's body neutral.
Body neutral. Then I literally just switched in my mind, and I was like, okay, I'm just going to walk to the toilet.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to even think about my body.
So you're not giving that attention to it.
Yeah. So what I was thinking of was, I'm going to go to the toilet, or I'm going to go and get a drink, or I'm going to go and get in the pool with my kids and play with them. Whereas the previous year, I probably wouldn't have got into the pool very often. I decided to make a conscious decision to be more present and play more with them. And it was really liberating because I wasn't actually focusing on my body. I was focusing more on what I was doing with my body. So I was walking to the bar. I was walking to the toilet. I was playing with my kids. I was, going on a slide.
Yeah.
So I wasn't giving my body as much attention as previous years. And then I bought a magazine. I don't very rarely buy magazines. I bought a woman's health magazine, actually, and that was only maybe 6 months ago. And I read about this movement of body neutral, which releases you from having to love every part of you, and you basically focus more on what your body does, what your body can do. So it doesn't give me the excuse to not go to the gym or to not look after myself, but it just means that those days where I don't feel great, I don't have to feel guilty about it because I'm not trying to achieve body positive.
Sure.
I'm saying, actually, yeah, I might have a bit of cellulite today, or I might be feeling a little bit heavier than a few weeks ago, but that's okay because I can get back onto healthy eating. I can go back to the gym. I can make changes to that, but I'm not going to focus on those things. I'm going to focus on what I'm actually going to do today. I'm going to focus on what I've got to achieve in life, and put more of a focus on doing the things with my body rather than what my body looks like.
Yeah, that's really good. On the lilyjoproject.com, under the self-esteem banner, there's a really great activity called Body Beautiful.
Yep.
And that is like a blank body worksheet. And what I ask people to do with that is to draw arrows off the different parts of the body. So, for example, off the hands or off the eyes. They have to add their own eyes, nose, mouth and hair. And actually write down the positive things about them. So, for example, from the eyes, it might be I'm good at seeing the best in others.
Yeah.
From the hands, it might be I'm caring or helpful. I like to help other people. I asked them to draw a heart inside the sketch and to say what comes from their heart. So I'm kind, I'm loyal, I'm caring. From their ears, it might be I'm a good listener. And for me, it's like what you said. It's about drawing attention to who we are and what we offer to the world, not necessarily what our physical body looks like.
Yeah.
Because we're so caught up in the superficial outer exterior rather than actually, who are you? Who are we?
Yeah.
What do we bring to this world? And I think that's what you're talking about, isn't it?
Definitely, yeah. Yeah, and there's certain things that we can't change about our bodies, like my lower leg is a little bit shorter than for the proportion of my body, and I've always wanted longer legs, and I've always wondered what it'd be like to be taller, but I can't change that. I cannot change that about myself, and if I got hung up on that, it could be massive, it could be a huge thing in my life. But what Body Neutral says is, actually, what can you do with your legs? Every single day I can walk my kids to school, I can go to the gym, I can go on the treadmill, I can get about life with these legs. And so it's about celebrating the fact that I have two working legs that help me go about my everyday life.
Absolutely, yeah, exactly. So it sounds like it's about being grateful and having an attitude of gratitude and not focusing on the negatives, but focusing on the positives and being grateful for what you've got.
Yeah.
It's really good. I love it. Counselling is a talking therapy which can provide support and treatment for a wide range of mental health and emotional issues. It offers a safe and confidential space where you can discuss your problems and difficult feelings openly. Counselling counselling directory connects you with professional support. Please find a link to their amazing website in the description box below. So we've had some really exciting news over the last week, haven't we?
We have.
And the Lily Jo Project has been nominated for 2 Premier Digital Awards. But before I found out I was nominated, I saw Beloved was nominated and phoned Gemma straight away. So Beloved is Gemma's self-esteem resource, and it's an incredible resource, and it's been nominated for Multi-Author Blogger of the Year.
Yeah.
And in November, hopefully, we get to go to the awards ceremony together. We need to make plans for that. Have a weekend in London celebrating whether we win or lose. It's a great opportunity to just be nominated. So, Gem, can you tell the listeners all about your amazing resource, Beloved?
Yes, of course. So Beloved came out of a passion for me for connecting and building community within young people. I wrote it specifically for church youth leaders to help them get to know their young people better in a more deeper way, and for as a group for them to grow like a really good tight-knit community, and one that can open up more and go deeper together.
It's just for girls, isn't it?
It's just for girls, sorry, yeah. So, my heart and passion is for girls stuff.
Yeah.
Purely because I went through a lot of it when I was young, and I found it really difficult to talk to people about it. So I wrote Beloved hoping that this would help open those conversations up and help young people speak about things that they're struggling with a little bit more than, sitting wondering who can I speak to about this, and I'm not really sure who will support me with this. So Beloved's kind of a tool to help that happen.
Yeah. So can you explain what happens at a Beloved session and what the young people get?
Okay, yeah, so I've created a really beautiful journal.
It's gorgeous.
And each girl gets one of the journals at the start of the sessions. It's a 6-week course, and the journal is something that they work through. So there's no handout sheets. There's nothing that they can leave behind and forget. They colour in it. They write in it, they stick things in, rip things out. It's their little journey of their time together, and it becomes quite a precious thing for them, really, because it's got all that stuff that all their thoughts and all the things that they've processed and gone through, they've written in there. The whole colouring thing is because it means that they don't have to really have a lot of eye contact, so they can just be colouring whilst they're chatting, which creates a really more easy, chilled out vibe, I guess.
And do they sit round tables and stuff?
They kind of, it's designed for any sort of environment, but when I've done it, we've done it in living rooms, on sofas, on bean bags. Yeah. There's just been pots of pens around and different things.
It's really relaxed.
Yeah, music on in the background, not intimidating in the slightest. Yeah, I've run quite a few courses myself, but I have other youth workers that have been using it around the UK. Over the past 18 months, we've had, I think, 20 churches using it.
Wow.
And not only have they used it once, but they've used it again and again.
So if somebody wants to purchase Beloved for their church, how do they go about that?
So we've got a website, www.be-lovedbeloved.com. We're on social media, be_loved beloved, so be loved beloved. Yeah, it's on the website. We've got, like you say, we've got a blog on there as well, just sort of devotional stuff, and encouraging them to pursue their faith, pursue sort of wholeness. The course has been, we've actually done research into it, and it does help their self-esteem. We saw a significant increase in the people that trialled it in their self-esteem from start to finish. The fact that they could talk openly with people that they felt like they could trust really helped. It helped that they found out that their friends were going through stuff that they were also going through.
So it opened that conversation, basically, facilitated a chance for openness and honesty, which, as we know, with mental health and emotional health, we need to be talking this stuff through in order to get better.
Exactly, yeah. So shall I go through all the 6 sessions?
Yeah.
Okay, the first one is Be Loved, and it just talks about different ways that we all feel loved. We talk about the love languages. And
Great. We've talked about the love languages quite a lot on this podcast. Gary Chapman, you are getting lots of shout-outs.
What a guy he is. Brilliant, yes. And that's quite a shock sometimes to young people. They don't realise that there's different ways to show and receive love. And and it really helps them think about their parents and the way that the parents communicate love to them. So, you know, we talk about maybe mum's just cooks you amazing meals, or she tidies up after you and all that sort of stuff. Like, that might be the way she's showing you that she loves you, rather than giving you a hug and stuff. And we really encourage that once they've found out their love language, that then they go home and they talk to their parents or guardians about it.
That's so cool.
And try and find out theirs as well. So, you know, try and find out mum's and see if you can find, you know, once you found out hers, start trying to communicate in mum's love language to her as well.
Amazing.
So it's not just about what can they get from the course, but what can they give as well.
Good.
The second one is Be Free. It's all about just being free from those things that people have said over them, or the things that they say over themselves. There's Be You, which is kind of, again, just acknowledging who they are and their uniqueness. Be Bold is about just stepping out for the things that they really are passionate about and the things that they believe. Be Creative is about being creative with their giftings. It might not necessarily be that they're creative, but that, you know, even maths is a gift, or being good with words is a gift, and just trying to find those things. And it's great because by that point they sort of know each other a little bit more, and they're able to call out those things in each other if they're not happy to identify, or they, you know, some of them will say, I'm not good at anything, and someone else will say, yes you are, you're really good at this. So that's really great. And then we've got Be Focused, which is about just because it's a faith-based resource, that just to be conscious of having their faith in their life and being focused on that, and
having like a relationship with God, and how to maintain that, so to speak.
And bringing that into every part of their life as well, so not just on a Sunday. So.
Amazing. It's so good. Well, you are certainly bold. You've certainly stepped out, and I really admire that in you, that you have an idea, a very creative idea, and then you put it into practice, and then you make it happen, and now it's impacting lives, and that should be celebrated, because it's not easy at all to get things off the ground, is it?
No, not at all.
It's a real hard slog.
I know,
and we need each other.
I'm doing it all over again with a charity now. So
yeah. But you are one of those people that keeps pushing forward and keeps spearheading new things, and that's really important that we have people like you in this world.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome. So thanks for coming on the podcast today. And please do check out everything that Gemma's up to. I'll make sure to put a link in the description box below with everything that's happening in the world of Beloved. And I look forward to speaking to you next week. No, I'm never alone. Thanks for listening. I hope you enjoyed today's episode. If you did, please be sure to subscribe. And if you're feeling generous, why not share with your friends? Please check the description box below for extra links and further information to some of the topics discussed in today's episode. Also, you'll find information about what's coming next. For further information, top tips and advice on all kinds of mental health issues, including low mood, anxiety, self-harm, eating disorders and more, please do check out www.thelilydonproject.com. You can find my music across all digital platforms, including Spotify and iTunes. See you next time. Are you feeling stuck? Do you need a little help to get your life back on track? Do you have big dreams but don't know where to start? Why not book a session with me where we can explore together your dreams and turn them into a reality? I offer life coaching to individuals through my Unstoppable life coaching business. Why not find a link in the description box below and book today? And don't forget to use the unique discount code Eavesdrop for an extra 10% off. Just play me like 1, 2, 3. You can never put chains on me. Play me like 1, 2, 3. Are you looking for an interactive workshop on how to overcome low self-esteem for your next festival, youth event or schools workshop? why not book me, Lily Joe, to lead my brand new I Am Worthy workshop, where I teach best practices on how to overcome low self-esteem. This workshop is not just for girls, but it's for your guys as well. Find a link in the description box below to book today, and don't forget to use the unique discount code Eavesdrop for 10% off.